Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to another session of Not Perfect Zen. I hope you're doing well. This is my contact information in case you want to send me an email, because I love getting emails from you. And if you post on social media, then please use @BBL_tangles in your posts so that I get notified to see your beautiful work. I'm very happy to be feeling well enough to do a video to share with you today. I'm gonna move this out of the way. We will be using a Zentangle 3.5 inch tile. I have a Micron 01, a Zentangle graphite pencil, and a blending tool known as a tortillion. And I keep this in there just to keep the tip pushed out because I get kind of hard on mine. I want to show you when I went to my Tangle meeting with Sandy Kelley-Jones at her home. She has the Facebook group that's called Today's Tangles, Keeping It Classic, and Today's Tangles. She printed out this Desiderata, and it is in the public domain now, so it can be printed. And what I wanted to show you, let me turn it this way. This is the pattern called Sweet Pea. Okay, and it was part of, I believe, Inktober 2024. And I put that kind of as a ribbon here. And then I was playing with the pattern a little bit later. And here you can see there's a curvy version. So this version starts with a zigzag, and this one you can do kind of curvy. And I ended up trying to put it in a circle, and it worked really well. And it's easy. It kind of looks complicated, but I just kept playing with it, and this is what happened. So we're going to do something like that today. This one has 8 spokes on it, okay? This one has 6. And this one in my sketchbook, it kind of looks messy behind it, doesn't have anything added to it, so just a very simplified version of that pattern. But I thought this would be fun and easy. I do have to admit that with my chemo brain, I have to keep things easy lately. And I appreciate your patience with me. I am going to use something to make a circle in the center, just because I like my petals to be even. This may be too big, but it's a good start. So just a very light circle around here. Okay, and then we're going to divide it. Okay, and divide it again. So we're going to have 8 petals on this one. And then halfway between. And halfway again. Okay, and so basically each one of these petals just starts with a line and then kind of a printemps at the end. Okay, so you can decide, you can watch what I'm doing, and then you can decide, do you want to make yours curvy or do you want to make them straight? So with what I have here, I'm showing you how to do it straight. And I'm just going to start at the center and come up. And then before I get to that outer circle, I'm going to make my little spiral. It's not really printemps, but it's similar. So we're just going to come up each of these. Yes, I'm beginning to learn that chemo brain is a real thing. I forget some of the silliest stuff now. Of course, couldn't be the fact that I'm 71 years old. And I've never had a really good memory, but now it's worse. And I appreciate your patience with me when sometimes now in these videos I just kind of get quiet. Okay. So we're just going to keep going around like this. It's kind of that one's kind of messy. That's okay. And like I said, you don't have to put the circle around here like I did. But that's what recovering perfectionists do. Okay, so now that we have our little spirals, the next thing we're going to do is to add little anchored auras. So we're just going to come kind of close to the top, and we're going to bring it down and anchor it at the center. And then another one. And we're going to do that on each one of these. Now, like I said, I do have a video in the Inktober 2024 playlist for how to do Sweet Pea, which is what we're doing right now, as a ribbon. And that's the pattern that I put on the sign that I showed you at the beginning. Very simple. Okay, just keep turning, adding your auras. Okay, now on this one, I put Muka. Now this is, if you can see, it's a bigger tile. I think this is 4 inches. So I had more room on that one. So you could put anything you wanted inside here, but I think I'll add just one more little petal on each side. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm going to kind of fill this in at the center with the dot. Okay, so what I did on this one was I added these lines and dot, dot, dot. And for this one, I had a colored background already. And then I used pastel pencils to fill in a little bit of color and separate them out. So let's do that here. Just a line coming up. And you could put a different pattern in here. Just take your time. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Just enjoy one line at a time. I'm just so happy to have Zentangle in my life, especially now. I get so many emails of love and support and prayers, and I appreciate it greatly. I had a colonoscopy this week that showed that my colon is clear, no cancer there anymore, so that's good. And on Monday, which is August 4th, I will have a CT scan, and we'll find out how this current treatment is going. I intend that it's going well, hoping for the best. Okay. Like I said, just very simple. Just keep coming around. Oh, that one got kind of weird. Yeah, it's okay. I looked out the window and then didn't watch what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to get my kneaded eraser and just very lightly remove this circle. It was just a temporary guide. Okay, so you could go ahead and put other things out here. I'm thinking. So I know several people do a thing called ghost print-on. So let's try it and see what you think. It's basically just very lightly with your pencil adding print-on. So I'm just barely touching the paper. And if we decide we don't like it, we could always erase, right? Try not to take too much time on this. So what do you think? And they're very soft and light, and you can go over it like this. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That erased it too much. I have done that in the past, and it just made it very soft. It's okay. And I have decided to remove it. But if you want to do ghost print-on, that's how it's done. one of the things that you could do, and I did that on here, was to add fescue, and that came up between these. Oh, changed my mind on the ghost printout. Would, like I said, you could add color like this. Okay. Trying to decide whether or not to add something else. You know what? I think I want to put just an orb here. Maria calls this adding love. Just what else do you think you could do? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Which is just 3 little dots randomly placed. Okay. I know some of you are going to come up with some beautiful ideas to fill this in, and I look forward to seeing them. But like I said, right now I have to keep things simple. So while I'm doing this simple thing, I do want to say again, I'm so grateful for those who have contacted me by email or in Facebook and Instagram and left messages. I appreciate it so much. And I feel bad that I'm not doing 2 videos a week, but doing what I can, and that's what's important. I'm wondering now if I shouldn't have put these, but I can't erase them, and that's okay. No mistakes, just go with it. Okay, so, whoop, we're not finished. Shading. So for shading, I'm just going to go down these sides and where it looks like one petal goes behind the other, and then add a little bit down here at the bottom. And then on each one of these, we will just soften that and bring it out. Okay, so very easy. And then up here, just a little, just a tiny line, make it look like a bubble. So I think I've mentioned that I buzzed my head, and so my hair is about 1/4 inch, 2 millimeters, something like that. And it's just such a surprise. Every morning. You would think I'd get used to it when I get up and get ready for the day and I look in the mirror. It's like, Doop. I forget. My head is so white. I have a tan except for where my hair is now gone. So I stand out in the sun for short periods of time, of course. But I think it's been so long since my scalp has seen the light of day, it doesn't know how to take a tan because it's still very white. But I'm having fun learning how to tie scarves, and I have several different fun head covers. And I try to keep a hat by the front door so that when I get deliveries, I don't surprise them with my bald head. I'm just not ready to go out in public this way. I'm just not ready, and that's okay. And I've tried my wig again and could only wear it for like 2 hours before I had to take it off. But it's there if I have someplace special to go, or I don't want to wear a different head cover. Okay, so we're just adding shading on each of these little petals. And then just gently soften it with your tortillion, which if you use closed caption, it says tortilla. It's not a tortilla, it is a blending tool. Okay, and I was putting these little dots in the circle. I have enough on my tortillion now that I can just go around and put just a little bit of shading in there. Don't need much. All right, what do you think? I think there's too many dots. It's okay. So we are going to put our signature and the date. And today is it August 2nd, I believe. And write your pattern names on the back so that when you come back and look at your tile, you'll know what it is. I'll put my chop here. If you have enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll stop for a second, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and share with others, leave comments. All those things help to bring my videos to the top where other people can find them. Okay, so put this one here. There you go. Sweet Pea by Yoko Kageyama. She is a CZT. And a couple different versions that you could do. I hope you had fun with this. I'm so glad that I was able to do this video for you, and hope to be back soon, my friends. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.